Hello, and welcome to another episode of Deb's Artsy Life. I'm Deborah, or otherwise known as Deb, and this is episode number 50. So that's kind of big. It was a long time coming. It's been over a month since I have filmed a video, and I just have had lots of reasons for that, but I'll share a little bit of that with you later. The first thing I want to show you is what I'm wearing. And I should have changed shirts so that at least it matched, but I didn't. This sweater I am so proud of, and I love it. It's one of my favorite pieces now in my wardrobe. So I'm going to try to stand up and turn you around and kind of show you. I know you can't see my head, but you can see the sweater. I designed this myself. And of course, these stripes are shorter. And these stripes are longer because I did, this is wider. So the stripes end up being shorter. But anyway, this is Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes in the rainbow colorway. And I've got like the front post, back post, double crochet ribbing all the way around. And I measured my body and I designed it exactly like I wanted it to look. And I absolutely adore this sweater. And I'm so proud of it. I couldn't wait to show you, but I've just had so much life stuff going on that I've not been able to film a video. And I really just haven't had a desire to because there's just been a lot. But let me update you really quick. This is going to be a rather lengthy video, okay? Because I've got so much I want to tell you. So if you'll grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or some water or a snack or whatever you want, and just sit back and we'll just chat for a while. This video is mostly going to be about Bitty Stripes yarn because I love it. I have fallen so in love with that yarn, and it's all I've been using lately. So this whole thing is with the Bitty Stripes Rainbow, and I think it only took like 3 skeins to do this entire sweater. I'm pretty sure. That's fantastic. And it's a 4-way. It's, and this is a very warm sweater. I mean, you can't wear it in this, I probably will have to take it off in just a minute because it is very, very warm. It's acrylic yarn. So I have finished so many things. Okay, life update, real quick. I know that's not what this channel is about, but some of the reasons I haven't filmed, I had told you guys about the job situation. The place that I work for was bought by a community college, and I had to reapply for a position with that community college because my job would come to an end with the company that I was working for because it would no longer exist. So, this has been going on for 1 year and 10 months. I found out about this, I think it was May of 2023. So almost 2 years. And for that whole 2 years, I've not known if I was going to have a position with the community college. And it's just been one of the most difficult periods, and especially from about November until now. Long story short, I got the job. I am now an employee of the community college. I will end my employment with the other company on Monday and start with the community college on Tuesday. So I've gone through all the interview process and the application, and it's just been all that my brain could contain. And then also, since I've talked to you last, in the last month, my oldest grandson has been very sick. He had such severe tonsillitis and strep that his tonsils were actually bleeding. He was like coughing up blood. So he had to go to a hospital. Like, he went to the, not local hospital, but one of the more local hospitals, the bigger ones. And then he was transferred to an even bigger one further away because they had an ENT there that hopefully could treat him. But he's doing better. He still hasn't had his tonsils out because the risk of bleeding is so high for him that they won't do the surgery. So he's only 3. He's about 3.5. He'll be, oh Lord, y'all, he'll be 4 in May. Not May, November. That's crazy. He'll be 4 in November. Okay, anyway, let's just don't even talk about that. Time flies. I cannot believe that child will be 4. Okay, anyway. So all that happened, and then all this job stuff, and I took the shingles vaccine, the second shingles vaccine, and y'all, I was so sick. That thing, oh my gosh, I was fine with the first shot, and then I took the second shot, and well, it was 6 months later. It was 6 months from the time I took the first shot until I took the second shot. And I was on that last week of being able to take it. So I took it, thank goodness, on a Friday because I got so sick. I could not even do my laundry. My husband and I have been married almost 12 years, and I have never had him do my laundry. In fact, one time I told him, don't ever touch my laundry because I don't like anybody messing with my laundry. But I had gotten behind from where the grandson was sick and different things, maybe going places on a Saturday. But anyway, I was very behind on laundry. So my poor husband, I could not get off the couch. I mean, I was aching all over, had a fever, the whole 9 yards. It was horrible. I had a headache. It wasn't a bad headache. It was just enough to make you just have to go to bed. So I slept all day. And he did all my laundry. Love his heart. He is such a good husband. But I had to have clothes and there was just so much laundry. But anyway, so all that is a life update. Now, in the midst of all this stuff that I've been going through, I have done so much with this bitty striped yarn, and I have got so many finished objects to show you. I was on this kick that I just wanted to finish things, especially these hospice blankets. So I want to show you those. This whole stack, it's only 3 blankets, but I finished them, and that's the important thing. Look at this. This was the one. Let me get the book. I didn't think of it. This is the wrong side. Hold on. Let me get the book. I'll be right back. I was just sitting here thumbing through this book one night, How to Be a Wildflower by Katie Daisy. And I came upon this page. And I just thought those colors were so gorgeous. And I thought, I want to make a granny square using those colors. So that is how this became a blanket. And it's not exactly like that, but I'm still showing you the wrong side. Okay, my little scalloped border and the finished blanket. It measures 36 by 36, and that is what hospice specifications are. And I don't know if this will be a baby blanket. Oh, and another thing that's happened since I talked to you is my daughter applied and accepted a position as a doula. And I'd never even heard of that. I didn't even know what a doula was. But it's like a midwife, only they don't do anything medical. They're just there to support the the mother. And she is so excited about that. And she'll be so good at it because she's such a good mama. I'm drinking rooibos chai from Numi. And I need to get my tea bag out. So if you'll give me just a second, you can feast your eyes on all this crochet. Coming. Sorry about that. It just gets yucky if the tea bag stays in there too long. And I'm trying to hurry because I've got so much to tell you and my husband will be home soon. And I can't figure out where to look on this camera because I think I've got it turned wrong. And so just forgive me. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Okay, the other ones. I did a simple bobble stitch, or I think that's what they called it. It was a YouTube video, but I'm not sure whose it was on this little border, but I love it. And this is the blanket. I've used Premier Basics and Karen Colorama Halo. I think that's Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And this is from Hobby Lobby, but I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I have used all different weights and textures of yarn in this, and I just love it. I love it, but I don't love it because it's not really my colors at all. But I don't know. Sometimes I just... there's not many colors I don't like, really. But, you know, if I was making this for me, it would be bright, bright, bright. It would probably have blue and green in it. So that's that one. And then this one is not the same. I did use the same bobble border. I don't know what it's called. What it is a double crochet and a slip stitch in the same, I don't know. It's like you do a double crochet in one stitch and a slip stitch in the other, and it makes, you know, a short stitch and a tall stitch. So it makes a little bobble. But I don't know if I can. Let me turn you around again, okay? Bear with me. I'm trying to hurry, and that's... So there's that one. I think I'll show you the other one this way, too. Let me grab it. It really is pretty. I do like these colors. It's just that they don't match my personality. But they're pretty together, I think. And here's the first one again. I'll show you again from a distance. I do love it. So hopefully, and I've been coughing a lot. I think it's this pollen. So if I start to cough, please forgive me. But I'm hoping that I can get those donated to hospice. And at the same time, I like them sitting on the back of my couch so I can look at them. I hope you guys have been doing well. I can't believe how much I've gotten accomplished. I had several days off, and that's helped. This is a finished object. Oh, and I gotta tell you, I set up at a Spring Bazaar and sold 3 of these. And that really thrilled me. They were, you know, every one I make is different. None of them are the same. They're each original because I don't use a pattern and I just make them up as I go. So, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, I did sell 3. One of them was a bigger bag, and I think you've seen it. I should have just stayed turned around because now I'm going to have to turn around. No, I'm just going to show you like this. This is not quite finished. And you notice up in here I've got some color pooling. But I really just think it's fine. This is the Red Heart Bitty Stripes in the colorway Sunset. I think that's the name of it. I'm not even going to try to figure that out, because I don't know what I've done with all this. I've just got yarn everywhere, y'all. I mean, I have literally got yarn everywhere. And most of it... Oh, look. Here's the Sunset. I'm pretty sure it's Sunset. Yes, Sunset Beach, actually. Sunset Beach Super Saver Bitty Stripes. I absolutely, positively love it. Okay, so that's that. That's the biggest one that I've gotten done. And I'm going to have to take this sweater off as anticipated because, holy cow, it's warm. And it's been about 70 some here today, so I don't really need it. Here's another finished basket. And of course, I immediately started using it. I love the blues and greens. This is made with the Colorama Haze. And I've held it together with Premier Basics, a green that I didn't really like. But I think it was Spruce was the colorway. And I just didn't like that color. But held together with the Colorama Halo and the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. But I don't remember the colorway. It was one of the blue and green colorways. But anyway. And as you can see, when I say each one's different, I mean, I'm doing basically the same thing, but each one, you know, is a different height, maybe has a different handle. I just don't follow any kind of pattern or anything. Okay, now I also have, and I'm definitely looking the wrong way. No, I don't want to pause the video. Okay, just bear with me. It's been a long time. But this is the Unicorn Mane Bitty Stripes. Unicorn Mane. Who doesn't love that? Oh, gosh. Here's a bigger one. Look at that, guys. Is that not gorgeous? Now, you'll have to excuse how folded up and crunched it is because I've had it down in this bag for a while. Excuse me. Forgive me. Okay, and then what I'm thinking about doing, that was the Unicorn Mane that I just showed you. And this is Lollies. Look how that matches my shirt. The colorway Lollies. Okay, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So what I thought I would do with it is I'm making these centers, making these little granny squares. These are the centers. And I'm bordering it in Premier Basics in Aqua. I could also border it in the orchid color of Premier Basics. But you can see that it coordinates. So I'm thinking I'll maybe, I don't know if I'll make a big square, maybe as a hospice blanket and border it with those squares, or what I'll do. But I'm just playing right now. I also thought about making a sweater And that's why I've made the 2 squares. But I just absolutely adore this yarn. I have 3 skeins of it, so I can pretty much, I want more. I want it all. I love that yarn. This is Love Bug. And see, I have got this camera upside down and backwards, but anyway, it's Red Heart Bitty Stripes Love Bug. And I'm not sure I've got a swatch of this. I don't know what I've done with it. I thought I had swatched all of it. Well, maybe I can find it. I've got so much going on in this. I've just got a lot going on. This is the grapey, and I do not like it in a granny square. Don't like how that happened. So, I stopped on this. I'll do something with it. And I have the Premier Basics in Orchid that almost perfectly matches this. So I'll figure something out, but was not pleased with the swatch. I will not order. I only ordered 1 skein of that, and I won't get that again. Mainly because, you know, it's purple and pink, and I don't have any little girls. So, well, I have great nieces that are little girls, but I don't see them very often, and I'm not very close to them, and I don't think they would. I don't think the mother would appreciate anything handmade necessarily. So, you know, some people are just not knit and crochet worthy. And it's not that she's not. I mean, I just don't know if they treasure it, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, they're precious. Don't get me wrong. Okay. So, I'm trying to hurry. Let's see what else I got in here. This is another bag full of, and I think it's another finished object. I don't know if you'd seen this. Maybe. But it's full of bitty stripes too. I love it, I'm telling you. Okay, hold on. I mean, like, it's still attached to the yarn, but this is the colorway Pink Lemonade. And I've added, I think I've shown you this. I added that color to it. I don't know if I've shown you that. I think I had that in another project. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I've got a ton of it, so I've got to use it. I guess hospice blankets, I don't know. I wish I hadn't gotten so much of it. I wish I had known when I bought the Pink Lemonade and all these other new colors that they were going to come out with unicorn mane and seaweed. Because if I'd known about those, then I wouldn't have bought so much of these colors I'm not that crazy about. Does that make sense? This is the seaweed. Oh my gosh, y'all. And I'm talking about the center. Because this is Royal Blue Premier Basics. And the black and white I just added, and I thought it would just go with it and kind of make it pop. Tell me what you think of this. I'm going to keep going. This is pure sea breeze. Not sea breeze. Seaweed. Red Heart Bitty Stripes. And I'm going to keep going and add a, like this is, this square is 18 rounds. So I'm adding a multiple of 18, 6 times 3 on each side. So it'll have squares like that all the way around it, and then I'll probably do another black and white border. So let me know what you think of that. I wanted it to kind of look like a checkerboard, or I don't know, kind of diamonds. I really think that's pretty, and I'm probably will end up keeping it because these are my favorite colors, blues and greens. Excuse me. I think I've shown you all the swatches of the Horizon. I'm pretty sure you've seen that. Horizon, and this one is Mermaid, I think. Let me double check. Yes, Mermaid in the bitty stripes. It's similar to Horizon, except it's got the really bright greens in it. And I do like this. And I'm wondering if you couldn't combine these two in a project. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you would do that. And I know you've seen this one, but I've added to it. This is the Galaxy right here, the Bitty Stripes Galaxy. And this is the Premier Basics in the colorway Rouge. And I just added that in. I really like this. I think it would be great for a man, for a hospice blanket for a gentleman. I think that would be pretty. Well, I have talked very fast, and I am running out of content. Another thing I did was I reorganized my yarn closet, and it looks so much better. One reason it looks so good is because I've got all this Bitty Stripes and Premier Basics in here in the living room in project bags. But I did go through and get rid of a lot of scraps, and I got rid of a lot of projects that I don't want to finish. So I just said, I'm not going to worry about it, getting it out of my house. Now later I went back and I'm thinking, well, I should have kept that. I could have used it for a basket. But it just, I got rid of yarn that had been hanging around too long. I got rid of yarn that was like partial and had been wound into balls because it was just stressing me out that it was in the closet. I've learned not to wind it into balls unless I'm, going to use it right away. So I try to leave it in skeins and, put it in project bags in the skein. So, one more project that I have started is another, I don't know if you remember, I did my grandson one of these 12-point star blankets in rainbow colors. And this one is in my favorite color combos, yellows and greens and blues. And I don't know if I'll give it to the grandsons or use it. Probably give it to the grandsons. But I've got a pretty good ways to go on it. And it's all done with Karen Colorama Halo. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The texture of this yarn. The inside is, I think it's acid. It's this colorway. Not the basket, but this. Let me see what color that is. Yeah, it's acid. And it's just bright, excuse me, yellow. I've worked a little more on this shawl. This is knitting. I think I was about here the last time you saw it. I've added a lot of that blue, and I love that gradation. This again is also Colorama Halo. So I started to say I'd started the second ball, but I haven't yet. Or maybe I have. I think this is all just one ball. So I probably will start a second ball. And it's all in this project bag, which looks like Halloween, but I absolutely love it. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. This is a swatch I did of the Pink Lemonade knitted. It's just garter stitch. But I wanted to see what it looked like knitted. And y'all, it took me forever to do this. Knitting is so slow, but I'm getting better at it. Speaking of which, and I think I'd shown you that before, so I apologize if there's repetition in this video because I have not filmed in a very long time. This is Karen, Blossom Cakes. Karen Blossom Cakes from Michaels. And I don't remember the colorway. No clue. Wait, I have the ball band. This one is the one that I'm on the second Blossom Cake. I used a full one, and it just was not big enough. So let me tell you what I was able to do. I put it back on the needles, and here's where I picked up the stitches. You can barely see it. I don't even know if you can see it. I can see it. But I figured out by watching a video and practicing over and over on a YouTube video, I figured out how to pick up the stitches correctly. I was not doing it right. When I was doing that square earlier that I showed you, and I was doing the like log cabin blocks and I was picking up stitches, I was trying to pick them up and knit them at the same time. And that was not good. So I figured out how to just pick them up and yarn over and pull up the stitch and not try to knit it too. So it worked so well. It took a while, but I did it. I just picked up the stitches on the bind off side. Now there's little boo-boos, like on the increase side, it kind of got wonky, you see. But I do not care. This will be, I mean, I don't know. I do care, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's just a little bump. You know, it's handmade. It can't be perfect, right? Even though we want it to be. See the bump? But that's the only boo-boo. So I'm carrying on. I have knitted this much more. And I'm going to go through this entire skein. Cake. That's what you call it. And I think these are 40-inch needles. So I should have plenty of room on these circular needles. So slowly, one step at a time, I'm gaining skills in knitting. But I've been crocheting mostly. I would call myself a crocheter who knits, because I'll probably never be much more than maybe an advanced beginner is what I strive for in knitting. And I like to keep things simple. And also I've been slow stitching like crazy. And I'll share all that in a separate video because this one's going to be too long. One last thing before I let you go. I have not bought yarn, even though I have filled up carts countless times. It's just a thing. I don't know. There's always sales, right? Well, I managed so far to not do it since February. Oh, wow. A whole month. But I did buy the bitty stripes. And then they had the big 40% off site-wide sale. But the problem was they didn't have the unicorn mane. They didn't have the seaweed. They didn't have the love bug. They didn't have any of the newest colors. They had the crayon box, but I've got I think I've got 4 or 5 skeins of that left. And that's a lot of yarn when it's 515 yards. So didn't need that. But I love the unicorn mane, and I would definitely buy that again. That and the seaweed I want more of. So far in the Bitty Stripes, the Seaweed, the Unicorn Mane, and the Crayon Box are my favorites. And, you know, looking back, hindsight's always 2020. I like this, but I kind of wish that I had done it in the Crayon Box. But I can always do another one. And I really want to make more of these. Oh, and I've got to tell you, the lady who bought 3 of my bags at the bazaar wants one of these sweaters. And I think she's serious. She was so appreciative of handmade crafts and art. And so I was thrilled with her. Oh, what I wanted to show you is my new book, Slow Stitch. And of course, I did get this sheet. It's not used, but it was much cheaper than normal price. And I'm not sure why, but it feels new. Uh-oh, my husband is calling. I'll show you these books later. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.